Look up in the sky, because it's a bird, it's a plane, it's an egg salad sandwich. No way, it's Captain Underpants. Faster than a speeding waistband, more powerful than boxer shorts, and able to leap over tall buildings without getting a wedgie, Captain Underpants is one cool superhero. Night and day he watches over the city, fighting for truth, justice, and all that is pre-shrunk and cottony. Meet George and Harold, two best friends who love pulling pranks and cracking jokes together. The creators of Captain Underpants. These two would make comic books and sell them to their fellow students at Jerome Horwitz Elementary School. However, one day George and Harold commit a series of pranks so big, so heinous, it lands them in a world of hurt. What were these pranks? Well, on the day of Jerome Horwitz's big football game, George and Harold put black pepper into the cheerleaders' pom-poms, poured bubble bath into the marching band's instruments, filled the football with helium, and replaced the football players' deep heating muscle rub lotion with Mr. Prankster's extra scratchy itching cream. This amazing sequence of pranks was perfect, except for one detail. Security footage caught our pranksters in 240p. This is Mr. Krupp. He is the principal of Jerome Horwitz and is one nasty dude. He hates laughter, singing, and just children in general. This man is so evil that it would be fair to assume he took up the job of principal just so he could pick on kids. But more than anyone else, he hated George and Harold. He hated their pranks and jokes, and most of all, he hated their Captain Underpants comic books. Mr. Krupp is the one with the footage of the two boys, and he uses this as blackmail. He gives the boys a list of rules they have to follow, and if they don't follow them, he'll give the footage to the football team. If they found out that George and Harold were the ones responsible for their agonizing football game, they surely would kill the two every day for the rest of their lives. So George and Harold follow the rules. They become attendant in school, they wash Mr. Krupp's car and mow his lawn, and just spend every day catering to Mr. Krupp's every whim. This is until, on one fateful day, George had an idea. He takes out an old newspaper ad for a 3D hypno ring and shows it to Harold. The boys hatch a plan to hypnotize Mr. Krupp in order to steal the security footage and free themselves from this child labor. After 4 to 6 weeks of agonizing work, the ring finally arrived and our boys were excited to see if this would work. And it does. George and Harold take full advantage of Mr. Krupp. They make him act like a chicken, then a monkey, and then none other than Captain Underpants. The boys would almost instantly regret this, as Mr. Krupp, who I will be referring to as Captain Underpants when he is in Captain Underpants mode, leaps out of the school building and starts running in a random direction, with the intent of fighting crime. And crime Captain Underpants indeed fought when he stumbles upon two bank robbers.
"Surrender or I'll have to resort to wedgie power,"
Captain Underpants triumphantly states. The bank robbers didn't take our hero seriously, however, and instantly burst out into laughter, eventually being arrested by authorities. The police also put Captain Underpants under arrest, but George and Harold come to the rescue, committing a felony to save Captain Underpants. This is Dr. Diaper. He serves as the main villain of this story, having his evil robot steal a crystal from the rare crystal store down the street. Captain Underpants gets his cape stuck on the back of their truck, which has the hardest design I've ever seen on it. George and Harold grab onto Captain Underpants and they follow the evildoers to their secret lair, an old abandoned warehouse. Dr. Diaper has made the Lasermatic 2000, and this crystal is what is going to power it. In 20 minutes, this laser will blow up the moon, making chunks of it crash down onto Earth. After this, Dr. Diaper plans to rise from the rubble and take over planet Earth. There was only one thing that could help our heroes now: Rubber Doggy Doo-Doo. Harold takes fake Doggy Doo-Doo and a slingshot from George's bag and hands it to him. With the fate of the entire world in George's hands, he launches the doo-doo right at the feet of the evil Dr. Diaper. Dr. Diaper, thinking that he just plopped out a stinker, gets embarrassed and waddles towards the restroom. This is when George and Harold get the opportunity to face the robots head on. Welcome to the Flip-E-Rama, or Flip-O-Rama, which is better. An awesome idea that's in the Captain Underpants books. I will try to recreate the feel of this book's Flip-O-Ramas. After the robots are destroyed, our heroes pull the self-destruct lever on the Lasermatic 2000 and run for their lives. But just as they were making their escape, Dr. Diaper shows up out of nowhere. He pulls out his Diaper-matic 2000 gun and aims for our three whimsical characters. However, Captain Underpants manages to think fast and launches a pair of underwear directly at Dr. Diaper's head, defeating him for good. To get Captain Underpants to turn back into Mr. Krupp, the boys pour water on his head because George saw him do it in a cartoon once. And this works, bringing Mr. Krupp's angry self back almost immediately. But unfortunately, the boys didn't read a very important warning on the instruction manual for the Hypno Ring. Captain Underpants was a huge part of my childhood. I read every book in the series and even the spin-offs. I was a Dave Pilkey fanboy, and if you'd like to see more Captain Underpants content, let me know. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good day.